try and aggro it. Oh! Welcome back, guys, to another episode of ARK Survival Evolved with me, PommieGamer. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a great day, and the 256 patch is finally here, bringing with it a whole host of new features. We now have aquatic and amphibious creature breeding, 4 new dinos including the Equus, Leadsichthius, Ichthyornis and the Iguanodon, as well as some new tech tier structures including the Tech Teleporter, Tech Mosasaddle, Power Generator and the long-awaited Tech Underwater Bases. And also we have a bit of a new inventory UI redesign. This is the first pass of the new UI and it looks like this. And I gotta say, I think it's pretty cool. Definitely a lot easier to read some of the stuff. The tooltips no longer have any text that's kind of overflowing. I really wish, given my character's so tall, it would zoom out by default, but again, that's something that will probably get looked at in the near future. It's only this screen so far, and obviously the remote inventories of structures such as vaults and the dinos inventories. The old UI is still present in places, and this will be getting a pass in the future as well. But you can see here the stats have been moved to the middle, as well as the items that are equipped to you. You've also got some really cool features now. So if I move this meat into here, we can right click and we've got consume drop. We can split the stack into a certain amount as well, which is, we've needed that for so long. So we can split this into a half stack, and all of the other stuff still works as you expect. We also have some new hotkeys, so the A key by default, when you're inside a structure like the smithy, will allow you to craft all of a particular item. So that's pretty cool, and you can see the hotbars had a bit of a redesign as well, and we can see just at a quick glance the quality of our items. So overall, I'm pretty chuffed with that. I think it looks really cool. Now there is one thing that ARK controversy, as always. Unfortunately, the flyers got nerfed. Now, at the time of recording, I'm a little bit late to the party because I've had terrible internet issues of late. So I'm currently running the 256.4 at the time of this recording. So there has been a slight modification to the initial nerf of the flyers. They've been improved slightly, but yeah, all of our flyers no longer can have their movement speed pumped, so it's at a fixed rate, which kind of sucks because Concord was our fast flyer, had a ridiculous movement speed. I don't even put movement speed points into him, so I'm not really sure what we're going to do now in terms of how we're going to balance these dinos. But let's get on Concord and have a look. Yeah, he's definitely not the flyer that he used to be. Also sounds like we've had numerous sound updates as well, which is it's pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see which dinos have had the sound effects tweaked. But I'm going to look at the flyers a little bit later. I need to sort of sit down and actually figure how I'm going to level them. But what I did want to do today was actually go out and tame the Equus, which is a horse. And the way you tame them is actually quite interesting. You actually have to like break them by riding them whilst feeding them some of the kibble or rock carrot, which are the two preferred foods. Now the kibble that they take is actually the Troodon kibble, and we don't have any Troodons, so I thought we would start today's episode by going out and taming some Troodons, and well, that wasn't in the patch notes. So our vaults have shrunk, which is both really cool and really annoying, because obviously I had these set up so that I could reach them from the top of our crafting area, and that's no longer a case. But I'm guessing they've just been brought in line so that you can fit more of them in a structure, and I guess in PvP some people were using them as defensive walls, which were really hard to break down given their hit points. which is currently at 50,000. So yeah, they've obviously done that to kind of make it a lot harder for you to use them as defensive measures. So that's interesting. We're probably going to have to we're going to have to redesign our crafting area now. I might actually move it in another episode up to the castle, because we are currently quite far away from everything. But whilst I'm here, let's take a look at the engrams. So if we come in here, we go to our engrams list and let's search Equus, and that's a saddle. Saddle for your horse, useful for crafting chemical supplies on the go. Oh, so it kind of acts like a chemistry bench. That's kind of interesting, or at least a mortar and pestle. So again, it's like the utility of the beaver with its saddle being like a remote smithy. So we're going to learn that, and this can only be crafted in a smithy. So let's just take a look. What do we need for it? Saddles, and which one is it? Equus saddle. So we need some hide, fibre, wood and metal. Okay, so let's pull some hide using good old Structures Plus. It'll be interesting to see which mods update their custom UI stuff. I know I've got to do it for Homing Pigeon. We'll just grab all of those off of Apophis and Hathor. Oh, did that not work? Oh, I think I may have found a bug in Structures Plus. Let's try it this way. Oh, that sucks. It's no longer working. Oh no. You mean I actually have to walk around? And with our current situation with the vaults, this makes it a little bit harder, although at least I can jump down here now. Okay, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Let's grab some hide. Let's take a couple of hundred of those. Was it hide? Wood and fibre, I think, off the top of my head. Wood. No, this is wrong vault. Wrong vault. Just take 300 of those. Got so much fibre now. Let's go and grab some wood. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to redesign the crafting area if the pool resources in Structures Plus is not currently working and our vaults are no longer the size they were. So we'll just tee those into the remote inventory there, and we'll go to saddles, and oh, more hide, there we go, some more of that. There we go. So I can only craft I think one of these, but we'll just give it a double click. Ooh, new sound effects as well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I really like this new UI, it's pretty cool. You can switch between folder view as per usual. We can sort on spoil time. I don't think you could do that before. Transfer all, toggle tooltips if you don't want them on. Show engrams if you want to hide them. And we've got our folders obviously as well. One thing I do wonder actually, let me create a folder. So I'm just going to call this test. Okay, so here's our test folder. If we take away the engrams, we can see it's the only folder there. Yes, we can delete folders now! Or not. So the option's there, but it doesn't work. Okay, that's interesting. That's the one thing that's really annoyed me about the folders, that once you create them you can't delete them, and now I've got a test folder here, and I can't rename it. Again, hopefully that will be something that will be addressed in a later update. But we've got our Equus saddle now. Let's hop down to our building supplies vault, because we're going to want to dye this thing up. So let's grab our black and green dyes, which we're running a little bit low on. But this is looking pretty cool. I like this saddle. So what can we dye? Okay. Ooh, I like the trim on that. So yeah, we're going to go green on that. Green on that. I didn't see what that was. Oh, it's the metal. We're going to go black on that. Green on that. Don't know what to do that bit. Should I do that black? Yeah, we'll do that black so it's all a big seat. There we go. Right, we'll throw those dyes back in. Alright guys, I'm just going to put this away temporarily in this vault here, because we need to go out and find a Troodon. Now, the way in which you tame the Troodon is an interesting mechanic in of itself. You have to sacrifice your own tames to do it, so unfortunately I think some of our kibble dinosaurs are going to be sacrificed. I'm not looking for a particularly high level one, just a female and a male, so that we can start getting the eggs from them. So what I'll do guys is I'm going to go and grab one of our flyers. I'm going to do the leveling up of them off camera, and I'm going to go out and find a Troodon, and then I'll bring you back when we're ready to try out taming one of them. I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back guys, and as you can see I've got a level 16 female Troodon, so we're going to drop her into this pen here, and there she goes. You'll notice that I've moved the Ovis Aries into our snail pen over here, because what we're going to need to do is get this Troodon to fight some of our own tamed dinos and ultimately win the fight in order to gain XP and ultimately then become tamed towards us. Now different dinos do different levels of XP, as you would expect, so it's going to be interesting to work out what we've got in the way of I guess baits, you could call it, for this Troodon to fight. But what I plan to do, you can see the Troodon is in that far right pen. In the center pen I'm going to bring in one of our tames, knock it out with the tranquilizer dart, and then grab hold of the Troodon and drop it into there so it has an easy fight. They must be on neutral, they can't be on passive, so at least by knocking them out they're not going to fight back and XD then kill the Troodon. So if we come in here and we take a look at what we've got in terms of our kibble farm, I was originally thinking the Gallimimus, but just taking a quick look at the Dodo Dex calculator, these are only going to give 4 XP when tamed at night. That's the other thing, taming the Troodon at night where they're more strong reduces the amount of XP required to tame by 40%, so well worth taming at night. But given it's the day at the moment and these Gallimimus aren't going to do an awful lot, I was thinking what we could do is probably breed a few of our dinos and then give it a baby dino to fight, which will knock out as well. The Carnotaurus and the Allosaurus both give 464.4 experience, and I only need 354 in order to tame this in one go. So I think what I'm going to do guys is mate Apophis and Hathor. I'm going to raise the egg, and then once we have a baby we can use as bait. God, that just sounds terrible. I'll bring you guys back and we'll see how this thing works out together. I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back guys, and it's just turning to night here on the island, so it's the perfect time for us to tame this Troodon. Now if we go in here you'll see I've got a newly raised baby who I've named Food, sadly, who is reached the juvenile stage and is currently unconscious. So now we just need to grab the Troodon and drop it into this pen. Now I don't think it's going to attack the Allosaurus outright, because normally the Allosaurus are obviously a predator of the Troodon, so we might have to aggro it ourselves, but we'll be prepared for that. If we die it's not the end of the world, because well, we're at our base and we control this environment. So we're going to drop the Troodon in here like so, and it tried to get a lick on me there. See what it's doing. I don't think it's going to attack the Allosaurus. No, alright, we're gonna have to go in. Oh, this is the bit I'm not looking forward to. Alright. I'm just gonna run in and try and aggro it. Oh! No, attack this thing. Attack the Allosaurus. Yes! It worked! Wow. Excellent. So we've got our first hen for our Troodon kibble farm. God, that was scary. What an interesting way to tame a dino, but there we go. So now he doesn't want to kill me anymore. So we're just going to take it off follow. Let's run down the stats real quick. So it's tamed out at level 24. And yeah, the stats are not much to look at. 480 health, 165 stamina, oxygen food, no one cares. Weight is 148, melee damage 149.4, and a movement speed of 120%. So now, I'm sorry buddy, you didn't really get to exist in the world too much, but we're going to have to go out and get a male now. And I don't think we're going to be able to make the Allosauruses again for some time, so I'm probably going to make 2 of the Carnotauruses. They give us a similar amount of XP. So I'm going to do that one off camera, and then I'll bring you back, guys, when we've got our kibble farm set up for the Troodon, and we can go out and look for that horse. I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back, guys, and our Troodons are doing pretty well. You can see here they're yielding quite a lot of eggs for us, and we now have an additional hen and additional stag for our kibble farm. The other girl was level 24, I believe, and the stag was level 36, or possibly level 48. I forget now when we tamed them. But we used the Carnotaurus babies in order to insta-tame these at night, like we did with our first hen and our Allosaurus baby. Now, I wanted to bring you back and show you something that I didn't realize about the Troodon, is that they can be used as an upgradable scout. So if we hold E for more options, you see here we actually have these additional menu items where we can consume a level up to improve its scouting. Now, this is a little bit different from other dinos like the Moschops and the Therizinosaurus, whose improvements are in addition to their level up. Improving the scouting on the Troodon will actually consume the level available. So you have to make a balanced decision whether you want to just pump its base stats like health, etc., or you want to improve its scouting. And what's really cool about the scouting is that it can actually be used to reveal players and tames, traps and wild creatures. So it's kind of an interesting dino in that they don't have a lot of HP, so as a scout, if they get spotted and killed, then that's the end of them. But they could be used to do some advanced scouting ahead of time to reveal any traps that may be laid in a player's base, or if you want to go hunting for a particular creature, they'll reveal those creatures around you. So that's pretty cool. So I think what we're going to do on our stag is improve its scouting range. And we actually have a few levels here, so we can see here now the range is level 1 and our recharge is level 0. The recharge refers to the cooldown time. So let's just spend some time, and we'll spend some time going into improving the scouting range. It's got quite a few levels since I got him by the looks of it. There we go. So we've put those levels in at 4 levels at least, and now we can see the scout range is 3,480 centimeters, and the recharge time is 60 seconds. But we can use this to scout for players, traps, and wild creatures, also for corpses and caches, players and tames. So that's really, really cool as well. So we'll have to try that out at a later date. But let's get back to what we were trying to do for this episode. Got some more eggs down here, we'll grab these. And that's actually, we want to make up the Troodon kibbles so we can go out and tame our Equus. Now I've already made up 20 of the Troodon kibble, but I thought I'd bring you back and just show you what ingredients are needed. So here we can see, got our 20 Troodon kibble. We're going to need some more vegetables. Now this takes rock carrot and savo root as the 2 vegetables in the base ingredient. Also takes mejo berries, fibre, the Troodon eggs obviously, and water to bind it all together. So we've got our eggs in here, we'll add the 2 more, we've got our fibre, our mejo berries, so let's add in the rock carrot and the savo root. Going to need to turn on our generator over here, and now this is powered. It should be powered. That's not going to work for us. Okay, we'll switch it to gas. Looks like there might be a problem with Structures Plus at the moment because our electricity doesn't seem to be working, but we'll put gas in this and we'll turn it on instead. Yields the same result ultimately for us. And now you can see here we've got our Troodon egg kibble being made up. So what I'm going to do, guys, is finish up making the rest of this kibble. I'm going to go out and look for a decent level Equus to tamed, and then I'll bring you back to show you how we go about doing that. I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back, guys, and I cannot believe my luck because just down there in front of me is a unicorn. Now these only spawn on the map one at a time. There's only ever one male unicorn, and this one here is a level 16, so not the best, but certainly the most rarest creature on the island. Now currently I am over here near the green tower, around 70, 62 I would say, on the map. Now the Argentavers can't pick these guys up, so I'm going to have to go back to base and grab our Quetzal, but at least I know where I can find this guy. So I'll be right back with something to pick this guy up, and then we'll get him back to base safe and sound and we can begin the tame. I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back, guys, and I managed to grab hold of the unicorn we spotted earlier. It was actually getting attacked by raptors, so I got there just in the nick of time. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and drop this guy inside our taming pen here with Little Wing, so let's let him go. Hopefully he doesn't escape from there. I don't think he's going to be able to fit through the space where the doors would normally be, but he seems to be just chilling in there now. He's kind of walking around. Just keep an eye on him, just make sure he doesn't get out. And this is going to be a passive tame, so you're going to want to actually use a ghillie suit to do this. Now I did have this on Horus earlier, so let's quickly pop up to where we parked Horus and grab our ghillie suit, because we don't want to startle this guy as we sneak up on him. There you go, Little Wing, you can just chill there for a bit now, buddy. Okay, so let's head into here and we grab our ghillie mask, chest piece, leggings, gauntlets and boots. And let's get this stuff equipped to us now. Excellent. Let's grab our kibble and throw it down into slot 0. And we'll take Horus and head back over to where our unicorn is sitting. I literally have spent the better part of, I would say, 3 or 4 hours looking for one of the horses, and then to stumble upon the unicorn is actually, well, it's pretty unlikely, so it's pretty chill. Oh, they make such cool noises. Alright, so we're gonna just see where this guy goes. Okay, don't know if he sees us. Let's just make sure we can get behind him. Ideally I want him in the center as best as possible. Okay, so we're going to move up behind him. Going to feed kibble. Oh! Well, that insta-tamed. I guess because he was such a low level, we didn't actually need to do the riding. That's kind of strange. I was really expecting having to ride this guy. Well, maybe if we come across another Equus in the future, we'll be able to test that out. But there we go. So we've tamed our unicorn. And I think I'm going to adopt a name from Lord of the Rings, because this guy, as soon as I was bringing him back, reminded me of Gandalf the White's horse, Shadowfax. So we're going to call this guy Shadowfax. I think it's a fitting name. And let's quickly run down the stats. Now, being a level 16, he's not going to be too impressive, but let's just take a quick look at the stats. Yeah, so health is 480.1, stamina 728, oxygen food no one cares, weight is 357, melee damage 143.5, and a movement speed of 120%. So there we go. So now let's grab hold of our Equus saddle and we'll throw that onto him there. Hehehe, that's looking cool. Okay, so if we now access his inventory, we can see with the saddle, he acts as a mobile mortar and pestle, which is really cool. So it means we can craft some stuff on the go. We also have this lasso, which we need to try out. What's that going to cost us? Thatch and fibre. Okay, let's get on this guy and see how he fares. And we'll get the gates open. Okay, so yeah, he's pretty quick, and I'm so happy they've added horses now. It means we can actually full on live out our medieval lifestyle, seeing as we've got our castle here. Left click attack. It's just kind of a head bop. Sounds like he's got a level already, so let's just quickly take a look at what we're going to pump. I think this guy, we're not going to be using him too much. We're probably going to want to get a decent level Equus, but for the time being, let's pump HP. So 480 to 506. That's a pretty cool animation. So yeah, left click just kind of does this little chomp. Right click, that's kind of a little kick attack. That's cool if you've got anyone behind you. Do we have a C attack at all? Not an attack, but that's really cool. I was really hoping we were going to get one of those kind of rearing back animations. Yeah, this guy is pretty cool. So let's just take a look down here. Let's grab some fiber and some thatch. We'll come up to this guy and we'll throw that in there so we can make the lasso. Let's just make as many as we can. There we go. We'll grab those whilst we're here and we'll put those down into slot 1. Okay, so if we get our lasso out now, what can we lasso? There's a parasol over here. Let's see if we can grab hold of the parasol. So if we press 1, we go into our first person camera. This is pretty cool. Alright, let's get a better angle on this parasol. Okay, it doesn't work on the parasol, maybe he's too big. Try again. Nah, sadly not. Is there anything smaller on this island that we can use? There is a little guy over here. Let's see how quick this guy is. Maybe try on a pteranodon, because they can be bowlered, the pteranodons, so we'll try it on a pteranodon. Oh, we've got him. Yeah, he can't move. So what can we do? That's cool. So can we run away at the same time? It's hard to tell, but yeah, I think we're dragging this guy with us. You ain't getting anywhere, sunshine. That's so cool. And I'm guessing it's right click to remove the lasso. That's so cool. Well, there we go, guys. We've got our unicorn of all things. If I happen to come across an Equus in the next day or two, I may tame it. But for now, I'm pretty stoked we got this guy. Well, that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, remember to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more ARK Survival Evolved videos. Until the next time, guys, keep calm and level up!